It was a Sunday morning when a police officer found a German Shepherd sitting in the middle of a highway. Cars were honking, trucks were swerving, drivers were screaming, but the dog did not move. He sat there staring at one spot on the road. Officers tried to grab him. Animal control tried to catch him. But every time someone got close, the dog growled and refused to leave. And when they finally discovered why he was sitting there, every single person on that highway went completely silent. Because underneath that dog, hidden from everyone's sight, was something that changed the lives of everyone who witnessed it. If you are new here, subscribe right now, because this channel tells emotional dog stories that will remind you why dogs are the most selfless creatures on this planet. Let me take you back to where it all started. His name was Ace, a 4-year-old German Shepherd who had spent the first 2 years of his life chained to a metal pole behind a gas station in Austin, Texas. He was never walked, he was never loved. He was given food once a day, sometimes not even that. His chain was so short he could barely stand up. The collar had dug into his skin, leaving permanent scars. For 2 years, Ace lived like that, alone, forgotten. Until one afternoon, a police officer named Kevin Rhodes pulled into that gas station for coffee. He walked past the back of the building and saw Ace, ribs showing, eyes empty, spirit broken. Kevin confronted the owner. The owner laughed and said, "Mind your own business." Kevin made a phone call. Within 2 hours, animal control arrived. Ace was seized, the owner was charged, and Kevin signed the adoption papers that same week. But pay attention to what happens next, because this is the part that makes this story unforgettable. The first 3 months were hard. Ace was terrified of everything. He flinched when Kevin raised his hand. He hid under the bed during storms. He would not eat if Kevin was in the room, but Kevin was patient. Every day he sat on the floor next to Ace, not touching him, not forcing anything, just sitting there, talking softly. Then one evening, after 3 months, Kevin felt something warm press against his arm. Ace had moved closer and rested his head on Kevin's arm. For the first time in his life, Ace chose to trust a human. Kevin did not move. He just let the tears fall. From that moment, they became inseparable. Ace followed Kevin everywhere. If Kevin left the room for 2 minutes, Ace stood at the door and waited. 2 broken souls who found each other at the right time. But what happened on a Sunday morning in October proved that Ace's loyalty was beyond anything anyone could imagine. It was October 15th. Kevin took Ace for a drive on Route 29 outside Austin. Windows down, Ace loved the wind on his face. Perfect morning, until it wasn't. At 9:47 a.m., Kevin's truck was struck by a pickup that ran a red light. The truck flipped twice and landed on its side. Kevin was trapped, seatbelt locked, left leg pinned, bleeding from his head. Conscious but barely. He could hear cars stopping, people screaming, but one sound he could not hear. "Ace, Ace, where are you, buddy?" Nothing. But Ace was not gone. When the truck flipped, the back window shattered. Ace was thrown onto the highway. His front left leg was fractured. He had cuts from the glass. He was limping, but he did not run, he did not hide. Ace limped back to the truck, walked to Kevin's side, and laid down next to the door. And he would not move. Bystanders tried to approach. Ace growled. He bared his teeth. He blocked every person who came near. He was not aggressive. He was protecting his owner. The way Kevin had protected him 2 years ago, one witness later said that dog was bleeding. His leg was broken, but he would not let anyone near that truck. He was guarding that man with everything he had. Paramedics arrived in 11 minutes, but Ace would not let them near Kevin. Then one paramedic named Jessica had an idea. She walked to the other side, knelt down 10 feet away, and started talking to Ace. "Hey buddy, I know you are scared, but your dad needs help. Let me help him. I promise I won't hurt him." She spoke softly, the way Kevin used to speak to Ace. Ace's growling stopped, his body relaxed. Jessica pulled out a granola bar, tossed a piece toward Ace. He sniffed it. She tossed another piece closer. It took 4 minutes to reach him. When she placed her hand on his head, Ace let out a long, deep breath, like someone had finally said, "It is okay. You can rest now." They rushed to free Kevin. The whole time Ace stayed right there, watching every move. Kevin was pulled out 18 minutes later. He was crying, not from pain, because the first thing he saw was Ace, bleeding, injured, but still there, still protecting him. Kevin reached out his hand. Ace stood up on his broken leg, limped over, and licked Kevin's hand. Every paramedic on that scene cried. Kevin whispered, "Good boy." Ace wagged his tail. Kevin was taken to the hospital. Broken leg, 3 fractured ribs, concussion, but alive. Ace was taken to a vet clinic. Fractured leg, cuts across his body, but alive. 3 days later, Kevin was released. His wife drove him straight to the clinic. When Kevin walked through the door, Ace went crazy, barking, crying, trying to jump on his broken leg. Kevin sat on the floor, and Ace crawled into his lap. A full-grown German Shepherd in a grown man's lap, like a puppy. Kevin held him and said, "You stayed? You were hurt and scared, and you stayed. I will never leave you either, buddy." The reunion video went viral. 14 million views in 1 week. The Austin Police Department gave Ace a Civilian Bravery Award. First time in history, it was given to a dog, the police chief said. 2 years ago, nobody wanted Ace. He was chained behind a gas station. He had every reason to give up on humans, but he didn't. When the man who saved his life needed him most, Ace stood his ground with a broken leg and protected him. If that is not loyalty, the word has no meaning. Today, Ace is 6 years old. His leg healed. He still follows Kevin everywhere, still waits at the door, still rests his head on Kevin's arm every evening. Because some bonds are not built with words. They are built with patience, with trust, with showing up every day and saying, "I am here and I am not going anywhere." Ace was thrown away by the world. Kevin picked him up, and when the world tried to take Kevin away, Ace refused to let it happen. If this story moved, you share it with someone who needs to hear it. And if you believe that the dogs we save end up saving us right back, subscribe to this channel. See you in the next story.